We had Cameron on our show, and we was talking about the top 25 NY hoopers, point guards, and Sebastian Telfair had a lot to say. I can't wait to get him on the show. But I definitely have you in my top 5 point guards from New York. Talk about so much talent and all the stars that New York was able to produce.
Yeah, well, see, I'm one of them, man. I respect New York so much, and I respect the b-ball aspect because I was raised in it, on the playgrounds. And it ain't just about the pros. I mean, those
Yeah,
those street ballers and everything, those guys I had to play against every day, like they challenged me. So I got my competitive edge because of that. So I look at the whole big picture of New York City. We've had a lot of great guards, and I just think we, you know, got to show some humility. You know what I mean? Like I look at you. We had Lenny Wilkins, Bob Cousy, right? They're a little before me. I don't know a whole lot, but I know, But I know we got Nate the Skate,
yeah.
who's top
Nate the
50,
Skate.
top 75. So let's not forget that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then for me, you got the great Pearl Washington, who I idolize and kind of pattern the in and out, the throwing the ball out in transition, the sliding around the defender. That's Pearl Washington you know. And then you got, obviously you got Action Jackson, Mark Jackson. You got Kenny Smith. You had guys named Kenny Hutchison and Ed Davender. Boo Harvey came up with me. And then you walk into the Steph Marburys, and the Kenny Andersons, and the Skip the Malou. Then I turn on the TV one day and watching Iowa State, and I see some Jamar Tinsley. Who is that? He's nice, right?
Booger
You
Smith.
know. Then you got Kimber and Cole, all these guys. And I hope I'm Sham God.
Yes.
So like for me, man, like I respect it because I've been inspired, whether it was someone before me or after me. I'll never forget when we were with the Knicks and me and Mark Jackson, I think we had an exhibition game in Atlanta, and Kenny was playing. We were like little kids with Kenny Anderson, and he was a college kid. Watching. He come out of practice, we talking, but like I get excited about that. Like if I saw Steph or Kenny and them or Skip, like I'm excited about. It. I don't measure myself up to, and I'm sorry, Sebastian is in all that too, but like I don't. I could care less, right? I could care. The toughest guard and just the toughest guard, when I look at it, to be like quite honest, stepping on the court, the toughest guard was Steph Marbury. Like if you look at his resume, you know what I'm saying? Like let's
Being
be
real,
honest.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But then you got Mark Jackson, who's like eyes behind his back. Kenny Smith, a champion. Skip to Malou, like Ray for Alston.
Trendsetters.
Come on, man.
Crossed over.
Skip went from this b-ball, street ball, right? And he could have bought into all that, right? But he figured a route.
He wanted to show that street balls can play in the NBA.
But that has to you have to give him a lot for that. He went this route and got to become an NBA player and became be an NBA player. And man, Skip was killing. Like he teams in the championship. Like he was something.
Yeah.
And then you got Shamgar who has a signature move. Like
Right.
who wouldn't want? You know what I mean? So there's so many things about New York guards and Sebastian. Like his high school career
It was amazing.
crazy. I just think young fella got a little survivor's remorse,
Mm-hmm.
and we all do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he'll mature and understand that sometimes you got to reflect and you got to figure out what you did wrong
Right.
and
right.
why that happened to you. And I think in time, that'll happen
We
for
all
him.
grow into that.
You all growing. That's why when I listen to him, I'm not listening to who he's talking about. I'm listening to him
Mm-hmm.
and what he's saying. And listening to him, you can understand it's a little survivor's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
You know?